All right, Bryan. Your widget of the week.
My widget of the week, we are utilizing our resources better as we grow as a company, as we grow as a team, and we're finding ways to grow and scale at a more profitable rate. One of those ways, so we're using things like automations, integrations, systems to help us do that, but there are things that we need people for. And so we're utilizing VAs, virtual assistants, quite a bit in our business as we grow. We just hired our first one for the media team. He actually started today. And one of the things that we set him up with that I think is really neat is a program called Screenshot Monitor. And what that'll do is every 5 minutes, it'll take a screenshot of his computer screen. And so we can kind of check in to see what he's doing. What I told him up front is I said, hey, look, I trust you. I wouldn't have hired you if I thought you were shady. This is not I'm not trying to big brother you, but this is a great opportunity to where if things aren't being done in the speed that we think they should be done, we can kind of, check in on what the progress is and say, oh, it looks like you got stuck on this photo for 25 minutes. What's going on here? And the other thing that I really, really, really love about it is they turn it on when they start working. They pause it when they take a break. They turn it back on when they start working. At the end of the week, it tells them how many hours they worked that day, how many hours they worked that week, and that's how we pay them. And we say, hey, look, it looks like you worked 36.7 hours based on your monitoring. Here's your money. They don't have to clock in and clock out and use a payroll system. They don't have to write it down and then go, well, did you really work there, or did you take a break? Whatever. It makes it really, really easy for them to have their time, for us to audit if we need it, and for us to give them an excuse of, hey, look, it's not working out because for 4 hours that you said you were working, you were watching My Little Pony on YouTube. That's not acceptable. See you later, my friend. So Screenshot Monitor is what we're using, and it's really cool. I don't know the pricing on it. We pay for the pro plan. I think they have a free plan that takes a photo every 30 minutes. But it's really neat. Really neat. It's great for our VAs and could be utilized in a lot of different ways as well.
And it'll warn you if there's apps that some of them will install that just moves the mouse every few minutes to make it look like they're active when they're really not. So I believe it'll give you a heads up if they use one of those.
I saw a TikTok where they taped their mouse to an oscillating fan, and as the fan moved, the mouse moved. I was like, that's so genius.
Yeah.
Fuck you, but that's super genius.
Yep, that's a thing. Cool. The one that I have, this is a new school twist on an old school system. We all use conference lines, more so Zoom than conference lines today. But I feel like it's so nice when you're just on a conference call sometimes where you can actually get up, walk around, you can pick your nose, you can scratch your butt, you can do all those things and nobody's going to judge you for it. So
now we all know that you do that.
I do. But conference lines, sometimes people forget that they're supposed to call into a conference line. So there's a service that we're utilizing with our agents. We role play every day on the phone. And this service, what's really cool is it'll actually call out at the designated conference call time. So as opposed to waiting for people to call in, it will call out. And so let's say you, me, and Thomas need to do a conference call at 4 o'clock. You can actually preset the system, say, hey, at 4 o'clock, call us and bring us into the call together, which is so powerful. So that call out feature is money.
And that's nice because you don't have to remember, the code is this 19-digit code. And,
yeah, it's so rad. So and this system also has the best hold music in all of conferences. It's called Uberconference, just like the cars, right? The Uber cars, but it's Uberconference, no affiliation. And again, they got amazing hold music. It's just really good.
Is that custom song?
Yeah. Been sitting on hold all day. It's country. It's fantastic. I love it. It's just like that. I nailed it. It
kind of is like pitchy.
That. Yeah, Uberconference is great. So if you have recurring meetings, you can set those recurring meetings in there. You can have it automatically dial out. It's a really, really cool system.
Don't they have a really cool reporting system too of who was on?
You could see who was on, how long they were on. You could manage it. So instead of, hey, who's on here, who's on here, you could go on the app or on the computer. You could see everybody who's on, what parts of the country they're in. It's rad.
You can boot people out, can't you, from the app?
Yeah, so if people are not responding, they dialed in, just set their phone down. And you'd be like, hey, Bryan, I see you're on, Bryan. and you don't say anything, I can just boot you because I know you weren't really
Or
there.
their phone's not on mute and they just have it in their car. And
And you hear them scratching their butt. Yeah, it's weird. Cool. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you got a lot of value out of the show today. Really appreciate you tuning in to this episode of the Whissel Way podcast. We'll see you next week.
see you guys.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.